brings you here? A respectable guy like you ought to be a little more careful where you see. So what are you in the market for? Ah, so you heard. I'm afraid I don't know either. They seem to have closed all the forecourts. Really no clue what's going on there. I saw that the consensus is recruiting again too, which doesn't bode well. I don't know, but I would guess it's to investigate whatever is going on. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, you know what worries me most about all of this? It's that nobody with prime status is talking about it. Remember when we lost that port over at Esta? Yeah, system glitch or something. But I mean, despite that being a pretty minor settlement, it was all over the public consensus network. And now, this is no Esta. This is Earth. I mean, orders of magnitude bigger, and we hear nothing. It's very strange. If you ask me, there's something seriously wrong here. If our biggest trading partner closes its forecourt overnight, yet nobody seems to know why. Yeah, I tried looking into it. Yeah, but none of my sources seem to have turned up anything reliable. I mean, I'm well connected, I have to be, and normally I would definitely hear stuff like this. Yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't know you had relatives there. Well, I can tell you what I know, but it isn't much. 4 or 5 days ago, there was a trader back at the docks. He seemed to be with the curling group, you know him? Yeah, exactly. They travel to and from the solar system quite a bit. Their MO is mostly legal, with some interesting commodities on the side, but nothing that would get them into any sort of big trouble. Anyway, I noticed that one of their ships docked that day, and its pilot seemed rather upset. His heart rate was through the roof. I suspect that the whole ordeal is putting quite a dent in their pockets, but I'm not sure it would warrant this much of a reaction, really. I mean, I have an implant which allows me to detect his heartbeat, and the guy seemed extremely nervous. Then again, this may be my own personal bias speaking. Anyway, I walked over to the door and opened it. Its pilot came out of the ship with his helmet on, and he was just drenched in sweat. I stood there staring at him for a moment, figuring out what to do. But that's not even the weirdest thing. Not long after his ship docked, I noticed that it was immediately being towed away. 2 days later, another member of the curling group came to me to inquire about spin ships. Yeah, the Class C ones even. I mean, the only way they're really only going to get anywhere without incurring a ton of time debt is to buy one of those spin ships. But they're also very high risk, and I really don't want to touch them. I mean, you know how Alpha Prime feels about their spin ships being sold on the black market. It's really nothing like Kirlian to invest into something that illegal. Anyway, the guy got quite pushy with me, and I had Bubba escort him out of the room. I've never seen the guy since. I wonder if he managed to get one or whether he got in trouble. But yeah, so you see, you're not the only one who's very eager to get to Sol. But I'd recommend being very cautious, considering I haven't seen anyone from the Canadian group since that little episode. Yeah, as I said, I don't know. I think the only lead I can give you is that the tow company was called Aegis. I have the LFID signature if you want it. Maybe if you track down that ship, you can find out some more. Yep, I still have plenty of those. How many units do you need? 46? Whew. I don't think I could ship that many in one day, but we might be able to arrange something. Yes. You need to talk to Francis about this. He's round back. I'm heading towards Baracus tonight, and I don't really have time to do it myself. Yeah, business. I fucking hate Baracus. Smog, rain, horrible food. What more do you want? Skin suits. Yeah, I've got a few. But are you sure you want those? They're not exactly for the faint of heart. Yeah, I mean, I only have the older Mirage model. They have the same spectral coverage, but much higher risk of heat stroke. Yeah, they get insanely hot. Most people need to go through specific training protocols to be able to deal with it. And they come with some pretty invasive implants too. I mean, the heat has to go somewhere, right? Yeah, I can guarantee you that as long as you don't nick the fabric, you won't show up on any sort of camera. Not thermal, but not even the wide field ones. Yeah, sure. How many do you need? Huh. Today's a good day for me, it seems. Anything else? No, I stopped dealing in those. You know the problem with unregistered stim plants? Yeah, exactly. It's making it very hard to test them properly nowadays. It's at least not without special equipment. Now the problem is not having access to this equipment, but to keep up the crazy pace at which the technology is advancing. It seems only a matter of time before one of these new security mechanisms eventually bites us in the ass. Not worth the risk, really. Yeah, I've got some interesting unregistered neural shunt modulators, though. They're supposed to be quite the trip, and they're really popular on all 7 hegemony worlds, if you can get them in there. Not interested, huh? Well, I need to be going anyway, so 46 MTFTs and foreskin suits. Alright, that'll be 720,000 credits, please. Yeah. No, I don't buy or use. Yeah. Alright, great doing business with you.